Some of you may be wondering, what does my primary fishing loadout look like? Well, here it is, and here's a small tour of my fishing cave. There's my secondary fishing rods, but we're going to be focused on this for today, so let's go through it real quick. Before I start on any of these, I just want to say each and every one of these combos right here are amazing, and I highly recommend them. I've been fishing for years now, and these three are the best. Let's get the elephant out of the room. This is my bait caster. This has 30-pound Power Pro braid. I normally throw jerk baits on this or small swim baits. This is a Dobyns Frenzy rod. Use this combo for bass, walleye, striper, bigger game, obviously. It's a little bit dirty. I probably should clean it. It's on a Shimano Ultegra spinning reel. This is a 6'7" ultralight spinning rod combo. Gotta have those Dobyns rod sleeves. I use the Sierra for bluegill, perch, panfish of any sort, smaller trout, smaller bass if I'm in a creek, but I honest to goodness do not recommend an ultralight for trout. I know that is an extreme hot take, but I really don't recommend it for trout because it's just really hard on your reels and your rods. It's trout get really large, and if you're fishing in big water, this is not what you need to use. And this is where it's going to get controversial. I think you should use this. This is my trusty St. Croix Bass X. It's caught more fish than these two combined. I catch a lot of fish on this. It's the cheapest one I own too. It's on the Shimano Sahara spinning reel. And I do fish for bass with this. I throw soft plastics on this, but I also fish with trout with this. This is an excellent trout rod. I don't know why people don't buy the Bass X line of rods for trout more. It is, honest to goodness, a solid trout spinning rod. It's stiff, but it's not too stiff, and it throws really well. I really love to throw my F11s when I'm fishing for bigger game. This is an excellent combo. This is medium power. I love throwing Senkos. I love throwing Zoom centipedes. I love throwing Texas rigs. I love throwing crawl baits, jigs, small jigs, but I also really love to throw Rapalas and rooster tails with this. I actually don't use rooster tails with my Sierra most of the time unless they're very small. I actually like to use worms and crickets. That's more of a natural bait combo. And I have thrown worms on this before. I have thrown large night crawlers on this, and it works. So just because it says Bass X doesn't mean it's not a bad trout rod. This rod is slightly longer than this one. This rod is 6'7". Now for my two fishing bags, I used to have a different trout bag, so I'm going to give you a little bit of an update. This is a different bag than my old camo. In the front pocket, this is my hook box. A little crawfish decided to sneak in there, but this is my hook box. I keep my Aberdeens, my sinkers, my larger hooks, pliers, pair of Rapala scissors. This is where the good stuff is. My small Rapala box. All the lures combined in this box have caught over 300 fish. This is an excellent box. I love fishing with this box. This is for my big game, my big trout, striper. This is for big game. They're similar to Smithwick's. And finally, this is the rooster tail box. You can't have a trout / panfish bag without rooster tails. And believe me, I am stocked on them. I do not throw anything but rooster tails. I have a few Panther Martins. But really all I throw is rooster tail. This is just my box divider storage. So this is the famous bass bag I'm always using in my videos, and let me tell you, this is the best bass fishing bag they make. Inside of here, we got my sweet spot. This is all of my high quality, custom made. If it ain't Lucky Craft, if it ain't Megabass, it ain't nothing in this box. In here, I wasn't really decided. I was going to put like jig heads and stuff in here. This last box, we got my top waters. You can't have a bass bag without some top water. I love these Berkley Nessies. I've never caught a fish on them, but I've had so many big fish follow me out, so I know these things gotta work a little bit. So that's the bag right there. This is also a sick Dobyns hat. And I'm not affiliated with Dobyns Rods or sponsored by Dobyns Rods, but I will say Dobyns makes some really good rods, and St. Croix does too. Now, that being said, they're pretty pricey. This took me a long time to accumulate this collection of tackle and fishing supplies. It was a lot of money, and it took years to accumulate. So what is a cheaper alternative? Because not everybody can afford this stuff. People have work, people have lives. You can't always spend as much on fishing junk like I can just because I'm young and dumb. To be more realistic, I'm going to go to Walmart and I'm going to go show you some of the combos I used to have in the past and tell you the best ones. I've given a lot of them away or I've used them up, but they're excellent combos. And I'm going to show you these, and they're a lot cheaper than this. They're a little bit more realistic. If you have a lower budget, even $20, I can show you a good combo. And no, you do not need rod sleeves, and you do not need gloves, and you do not need a lot of this stuff I have for fishing. A lot of it's a gimmick. A lot of stuff in the fishing industry is meant to catch the fisherman, not the fish. And I'm a victim. But I don't care because it's cool, so whatever. We're at Walmart now. Now that we're in the fishing aisle, let's go over the best budget rod there is. And that's the Shakespeare Durango. Whether it be a bait caster or a spinning, those Durangos, the blue and the orange ones, are really good. Slews are fine for ultralights. Fluger bait caster reels are really good. Ozark trails are solid. I mean, 60 bucks and you've got a bait caster combo. Can't go wrong with that. I've used them before. If you're on a budget and need a fishing lure, here are my 2 picks. A rooster tail of any sort, and one of these. Need cheap storage? Just get one of these tackle boxes. $6.96. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that little Walmart trip. I'm back home now. And just want to say thank you for watching this video. I hope you got something good out of it for when you go on your future fishing endeavors. And just remember, no matter how big or small the fish you catch, no matter if you catch a little bluegill or if you catch a 40-inch striper, just remember that Jesus died on the cross for your sins, and he rose again on the 3rd day. Thank you all for watching. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's day. Good night.